What's good, fam? Welcome back to Hanging with the Boys. I'm actually hanging with my boy, Mike, over here.
Yep. I'm hanging. I'm just along for the ride, dude. Start talking to me.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, let's get, a little motivation.
Yeah. Let's get our motivational speaker fired up. Hope you got some topics, dude. I had a boring weekend for old Mason here. It was pretty boring.
That's so good.
The tip is, folks, if you ever have these, a little 20-minute session in the freezer.
Mm-hmm. Gotta have them cold.
Perfect blend, yeah. So
has to be cold.
Yep. So what's good, fam?
Just living life. Yeah.
Same.
That's about it.
Same.
Trying to get ready for a mammoth in 2 weeks.
Damn, it is 2 weeks,
yeah.
Huh? Dude, this summer's going by so fast.
Dude. Yeah, I don't want to jinx it, but it's been a really good summer. In the last 3, maybe 4 years, no smoke, dude.
I know. We started to get a little the other day, and I'm like, oh, God.
Yeah.
Dude, there was a for sale sign in front of my house.
My mom actually was like, is there a fire going on? I think this weekend. And I'm like, I don't know. It looks kind of weird, but I don't smell anything.
Yeah.
It wasn't too bad, but.
Nah, just a little haze.
Dude.
Baby shit compared to what we've dealt with.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I guess there's some gnarly fires going around, around the world, obviously, but we've been getting hammered with those during the summer here. So it sucks. You can't even go outside. I remember one of them was during school, the kids couldn't even go outside for recess or anything. So it's been really nice to actually have a real clear summer.
Yeah.
And with that, a lot of stuff happens. And then all of a sudden, my kids go back to school in 2 weeks.
I know. It's crazy. It's going to be September before we know it. And dude, back to the fire thing. I swear, I think there is a God. Because my parents, I always want to move out of here, right? I always tell you. And I told my parents, because we had that 2 years in a row of just pure gray sky. It's gray. It's not just a little haze. You
come outside and there's ash on your car.
Yeah.
And the fire's not even near us.
I couldn't see you 10 minutes or 10 feet away from me,
Yeah.
So after the second year, I'm like, if we have another summer like that, I don't care what you guys say. I'm selling my house and I'm out of here. It's been clear ever since.
It's so nice. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't want to jinx it.
Yeah.
Because we're at the end of summer, but I was just thinking about that. It's just been really nice. And yeah, the summer's coming to a close now and kids are going back to school. We got Mammoth coming up. Yeah. Your birthday.
Oh,
I'm sure you'll get hammered.
Yeah, I'll be hammered.
You're doing the PJ memes
in Los Angeles. Yeah.
So that's actually cool. Falls on your birthday.
Yeah, it's cool. Gonna go down there. I think my birthday is on Sunday. On a Sunday, I should say. So we're gonna go down there on a Saturday. Do a little fun round Sunday because usually Trav's busy on Mondays putting together the tournament and hanging with everyone. So yeah, we're gonna do a little fun day Sunday. Well, Sunday fun day actually. Now that I think about it. Golf Monday, hammered both days. So I'm looking forward to it.
So the tournament's Monday, Tuesday?
Monday, just Monday.
Oh, just Monday.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so other than that, man, this weekend was mellow. I wish I had my cool Mason weekend story for you, but I still got ripping buzzed. Woke up on my parents' couch both nights or both mornings, but it was just golf and hanging out. Phil barbecued for us on Saturday, so that was fun. And really, actually, I wasn't even full bender either because Friday I golfed in Auburn and I had to drive home, so it's I didn't really drink.
How was that?
It was fun.
What course did you golf there?
We played Dark Horse.
So I think Hater Dave was talking about it's $150
Winchester or something, maybe. Yeah, there's a couple courses there.
Oh, okay. So he wanted to go out there, and I was like, "Yeah, let's do it." And it's it's $150. I'm like, dude, you got podcast money. It don't matter.
Yeah, exactly. We got all these sponsors flowing in and stuff, dude. We can spend.
But yeah, so he's been talking about going to Auburn. So
yeah, it's fun. And
so it wasn't that course though.
No, because I think ours was $79.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And Dark Horse it's a fun layout. It's tough, and it's just always nice to switch it up because we golf everywhere around here all the time. So and Pops went with me, so we just did a little road trip. Pops got hammered, bad dude, on the drive home. He's like, "Oh shit!" I'm like, "Yeah, sweet." But yeah, it was kind of weird. Friday was actually really mellow. I was in bed at probably 9:30, which is probably weird for our listeners to hear. I'm not even used to it. I woke up Saturday morning and my mouth was a little dry, but I think it was just because I slept with my mouth open. It wasn't from a big night, So I made up for it. Got hammered Saturday, Sunday.
Hey, well, you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah. But look at me. I'm all fresh right now.
Oh, yeah.
It is Wednesday, though, too. So I've had a couple days. If we ever did this remember we talked about doing it on Mondays?
Yeah.
That would not have worked.
That was your idea, too.
Yeah, that was the dumbest idea I've ever had in my life.
And I was we can.
Yeah.
And we never did at all.
I'm super glad that we've moved this to midweek. So.
Did I see that you golfed Truckee and then you golfed Clear Creek on the same day, or was that just different posts?
No, that was probably different posts. We just did golf Clear Creek on Monday, actually.
Yeah.
Freaking awesome, dude.
But like earlier in the day, I thought you were golfing like in Truckee.
No.
No? Okay.
No,
I was like, damn, dude, you're
yeah, that'd be dedication. No, we did Truckee a couple weeks ago, but yeah.
I might have been the same post. I just
probably
thought it was
Truckee. You just saw the trees and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, Clear Creek's so sick.
I wouldn't know.
Weirdest course ever, though, dude.
Yeah.
There's no one in there. And you can't tip the cart kids. There was like 4 or 5 cart kids. Can't tip them.
Mm-hmm.
We got a caddy. We could barely tip him. We had to like under the freaking table. It's like, dude, it's so weird.
Yeah.
Because there's no one out there. It's like, these cart kids better be getting paid really good.
Yeah.
Because I was going to give them like $40.
I know a cart kid there like 2 years ago.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I should ask him if he
Why
was
didn't you golf there?
I don't really know.
So fun.
Yeah. So it's like private, huh?
Super private. Yeah, it's like $180,000 initiation fee. They just want to keep it that way.
But like, does anyone ever golf there?
No, that's what I'm saying. Is like we were actually talking, me and Bubs. That's when you know there's just really dumb money out there.
Yeah.
Because there's, I don't know, maybe I'm making this up, but there's only like 19 lots in there, like homes, right? There's a ton of lots, and I don't even think all 19 of those people would be members.
No.
Or, 19 of those lots would be members. Like every time I've been out there, I think this was the second time I've been out there. First time I saw 2 people, and it was like this perfect summer morning. Like, why wouldn't you be out there?
Yeah.
You know? So yeah, the guy just wants to keep it that way though. He wants it like super exclusive. Like I think Michael Jordan actually owns a property in there. Just hasn't built a house on it yet, but he bought a lot. And I heard like Steph Curry was talking about maybe and those guys would do it just pretty much for the celebrity.
Yeah.
It's like their vacation home when they come up for the celebrity tournament. I'm like, God, dude, there's so much.
Well, I mean, Steph wins that shit, so you saw that?
Yeah, my vacation home's my Tundra, dude.
Yeah.
Sit in the back seat and just feel like
my vacation's home is your room here.
I know. Dude, we do quite a bit of once a week we do a vacation in here.
Well,
but, yeah, I'm privileged to play it though. That's what's cool about golf. Like the more you get into it, it's like we got on because of the head pro at Carson Valley, Dan D'Angelo. Like once you're kind of like a club pro, like you can get pulled. Like he can't call every day and be like, hey, can I come play it? But like once or twice a year, like Bubs played it with Jason Kruger last year, who was Dayton's club pro. So it's like they can do some favors here.
Yeah.
So, but I'm not good enough to do that. So I just ride coattails.
I mean, I can't even golf with Mike Mason. It's weird. The summer's coming in and I still haven't golfed with you.
Dude, it's funny too because we talk about it, and then for like 3 or 4 days, hey, can you golf? I'm like, I'm busy, and then we just stop again.
Yeah.
So it's like we actually got to cement a plan. And next week, I'm not doing nothing. Friday I am, but we do the pods on Wednesday or Thursday.
Yeah.
So.
Well, we talked about filming some behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah, I got my new short par 4 bag.
Yeah.
You were supposed to help me with.
Well,
See, it's your
I'm waiting.
I've got it all loaded.
Well, I was ready for tomorrow. We're recording actually a day early today.
Yeah. My fault.
That's why I hit you up, because I wanted to see if you were good for Thursday, and I was going to say, well, in the evening, we should go to the golf course and film some shit.
Dude, I'll be so buzzed by the evening.
Perfect.
No, they'll be slurring, dude. I'll be yelling.
No, but you won't even be here, so.
Not this Thursday, but next week. I'm home all next week.
Well, let's set a date.
Okay. I'll think about it.
See? See?
No, we will. We will.
It'll be fucking winter, and I still haven't golfed with you.
Well, unless it's winter like last year, we can golf quite a bit.
I have a theory.
Okay.
You're not going to like it.
I don't like it.
I think you don't want to golf with me because maybe I'm good. And what if I smoke you one time and like I don't golf at all and you golf all the time?
No. I could give you 15 or 20 strokes and you're not going to smoke me.
Hey. But that's yet to be seen because you don't golf with me.
Yeah, I know. But what I'll do too is I'll count all your drops because I've seen you throw one out of your pocket and drop it. Yeah, I've seen it.
No, I don't do that.
Okay.
Because I don't care enough.
Okay, maybe we'll have we'll do a battle podcast.
Hey, I'm just saying.
I'll give you 20 strokes. I'm going to count everything. We'll see what the podcast listeners think. Is it Mase or is it Jorge?
20?
20 strokes, dude.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. So if I shoot at 80, you got to shoot 100.
I think I can do that.
Yeah. But I'm going to count everything.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm talking if you have a 1 foot putt and you putt it and miss it.
No,
that's a stroke.
I don't cheat.
Okay.
I don't give me's nothing because to me, like, it doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
So it's like, and then if I did that, it's like, well, I didn't really get that number. So what's the point of that?
That's what I've always said since I was a kid.
Yeah.
My dad raised me that way.
It's just weird.
Golf breeds cheaters, dude.
Yeah.
It's
I always see like the give me's on like Instagram.
Yeah.
Like it's just a give me. And it's like, no, dude.
Dude,
You didn't make it.
that was my old rock star rep, Mateus.
Mhm.
Remember? I know he looks weird, but dude, he can rope the ball.
Oh,
he
yeah?
actually, like he freaking, and he uses like blade type irons and stuff. And I was like, damn, I was actually really surprised. Said he was like a 5 handicap the whole day we played. And granted, we were drinking. It wasn't a tournament. But dude, he'd have like 5 or 6 footers, and we call them sliders, like where you can just see it's going to break. So, that's good. Pick it up. Let's go. Come on. Let's get 5 handicap. You ain't making that shit. Dude, I'll miss that all the time.
Yeah, for sure.
So, yeah. Yeah, I actually just did a thing with, it's called like Visit Carson Valley.
Mm-hmm.
And I did that where I was that guy. Like I talk in back swings. I leave clubs on the green. And then I had to do a skit where like I hit a putt like 3 feet, but the putt was like 15 feet. And I just picked it up and put myself down for a par.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because there's dudes like that out there.
Oh, yeah. No, I've seen it.
Yeah.
And yeah, like if you're a pro, and I know we're not pros.
Yeah.
Nowhere near that, and we never will be. But if you are a pro and you miss it by that much and it's just right there, they're not going to give it to you. You got to sink it still.
Yeah.
And if you tap it and it doesn't go in,
yeah,
that's a stroke, right?
Dude, and they're probably so bummed. Like, picture like Ricky Fowler every time. He's like, dude, obviously I'm going to make this thing. It's freaking 1 inch. You know, like just let me pick it up already. So.
Yeah. But you weren't good enough to make it on that stroke. So,
right. So you got to do it.
You got to count.
You got to finish it.
Yeah. For all you cheaters out there.
For all you cheaters.
Yeah. Because, yeah, I don't run like that.
And we've got a bet now 20 strokes.
Hey, we'll see. Probably will never happen.
20 strokes for Fuentes. Loser has to buy so we do Mexican food pretty much after every podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I'm gonna order margs. It's whatever you want to.
Yeah, that's fine.
You can get your freaking horchatas or whatever those are called. Like you can have like 4 of them. What's it called?
Horchatas. Horchatas.
Okay, so what else? What do we got? We can't bore our audience with golf. I mean, I could talk about it all.
Well, I got some golf later on, but yeah. So this weekend took the boys to see the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie. I mean, our demographic is, I think, 28 to 44 is our highest demographic on the podcast. So shout out to all you guys. Yeah. So I'm assuming a lot of people have kids that listen to us. So take your kids.
Yeah.
Dude. It was a dope movie.
You want to hear how stoked you're about to be too?
Okay. You saw it?
No. Hold on. The last movie I saw was The Shining when it actually came out, like in '79.
Jesus.
I wasn't even born. Pens and Aces, that company I do some stuff with that makes the head covers.
Yeah.
They have a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles line coming out. Head covers.
I'm about to get them.
Powder covers and stuff.
Yeah.
You should get one.
Yeah.
They're sick.
The kids will be pumped on that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's cool. Like nowadays, like, it's like a Seth Rogen movie. I think he produced it. Ice Cube's like the villain in it.
Sick.
Yeah. So it was pretty funny. But so I think they do that so the parents don't get bored. They enjoy it. It's funny. And the kids, obviously like it. It's like style of the Spider-Man movies, like comic book style looking. Yeah. So it's not like the traditional cartoon or whatever. So it's really cool. So everyone should go watch it if you have kids.
Is it better than the original? Do you remember the original?
Well, like
from the 90s?
But like those were like not real turtles, but like people in costume. Yeah, it's better than that.
Oh, really? God, that's one of my favorites.
Except for when Vanilla Ice came out. That was cool.
Yeah, dude. See? Love that movie.
Yeah, so we did that. Just been hanging out, trying to get ready for Mammoth, like I said.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of getting ready for Mammoth, I just watched the Johnny Manziel Johnny football thing.
Dude, I was going to bring that up because I saw a little snippet of it and him talking about how when he was released from the Browns, he almost blasted himself. Yeah. And the gun just like didn't
clicked.
Yeah, it like misfired or whatever.
Seems like a fairy tale though, dude. It's weird because like we've been talking about all the documentaries that we've been watching, and I was like actually really stoked because I'm like, this dude's a full degenerate, But like it kind of like ends kind of dumb, right? Like not trying to give it away, but like there's all this stuff like A&M to the Browns to like partying, and then it just kind of like he's like, yeah, I tried to shoot myself, and then they're like, yeah, he's doing better. He lives in Scottsdale or something, It just kind of ends in them all. That's weird, but dude, he's just your typical like little like rich family kid that had the rough life. You know what I mean? Yeah. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Well, yeah, from what I saw, like it was a classic tale of like self-sabotage. Yeah. Like and
his dad said, his mom said the same thing. Like,
like he wanted to basically do that, but he didn't really have a reason to, right? Because you have everything, dude. You're Johnny Manziel, and then so you have to, start doing drugs, spending all your money and everything. So you hit rock bottom, and then you're like, okay, I could blast myself now because I have nothing.
And that's what he said. Exactly.
Yeah. So he got to that point, and then it didn't work out for him. He was Denzel Washington in Man on Fire.
Yeah.
So that's a good movie.
Never seen it.
What?
I don't know. Did you like how he agreed though?
Dude, that's a good movie. You never seen the Man on Fire? Denzel Washington.
No.
He like.
Is that the one where he saves a little girl?
Yeah, Dakota Fanning.
Oh yeah, I have seen that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that's what I thought that was called, like Judgment Day or something.
No,
I was way off.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
He blasted himself but that didn't work for him, but it worked for Mark Anthony at the end.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's pretty gnarly, dude. Like, I don't know, dude.
You know what trips me out, dude? And then it's funny because I just saw, like, I was on Instagram this morning before you came over, and some dude had like a helmet cam on, or a GoPro. I'm sorry. And he like pulls onto the track, you know, and how you like kind of cruise for a couple turns, then get into it. It like reminded me of like all those days of like pulling like the track. I'm like, dude, I don't want to do this, you know. But then you get going and like you feel all good, like you get adrenaline going and like you feel good.
Yeah.
So it started making me think that every winter, like, you know, let's say December through May on Nuclear Cowboys, dude, I would just get hammered drunk, dude, all the time, right? Just partying, having fun, whatever. Dude, and then the second that our last show was done, usually right at the beginning of May, like X Games, let's say, would be in June. Dude, I would just quit everything, like determination, you know, road biking, running, motoing every day, you know, everything. And it's because I had this weird like feeling of like failing. Like I knew I was supposed to win speed and style, right? So I'd have this weird, like I would wake up like at 5 a.m, and I'm not a morning person, but I would like wake up and I'm like, okay, dude, I gotta go. Like I gotta do something, dude, because I'm not gonna fail at this, you know? And watching the Johnny football thing is like the Browns award him like a $7 million guaranteed contract or something like that. Dude, he said he straight up told the Browns like GM and everything he doesn't watch film. He's not going to prepare for the game. He's not going to do nothing. And I'm like, it's weird because I had that weird feeling of like failure, and I'm sure a lot of athletes do. You know, like probably like Brady or someone that like Peyton Manning that gets to the top, right? They probably have that, like your work ethic comes from like, I don't want to be a letdown. Yeah. Like remember Jamarcus Russell, like when he put on like 80 pounds and just didn't do nothing. You know, he was one of the highest paid coming out of college. And it's like, how do these dudes, like an organization, a city, like they showed like Cleveland when he got drafted, and the whole city is like rallying around him. They're so stoked, you know? And then he goes there, doesn't even try, throws it away, gets, you know, parties on purpose, he said, so that they would can him. I'm like, that's so weird how some humans like don't have that, like, because mine's just for myself. Like if I lose speed and style, dude, no one in Johnson Lane's going to care. Yeah. But if you throw 6 interceptions at your first home game, the whole Cleveland freaking city is going to boo you. You know? So it's weird.
You know what's gnarly about that? It goes to say like these guys are just freak athletes, like Jamarcus Russell, him, plenty more, you know, because I think they got by in college and high school because they're just freak athletes. Yeah. You know, not because obviously they don't have that training ethic like you're talking about, or even maybe the winning mentality. They just kind of did it because they were that good, which is crazy, right? At that high level. But then they get to the pros
where everyone's good.
Yeah. And it's like, you have to have that work ethic. If you don't, you're going to be left behind. And that's exactly what happened to these guys. Right. So it's kind of crazy that they were that good just to kind of coast by, I think.
And, you know, like we always talk about too, is like how they matured that fast. Right. Like, I mean, even like good draft picks, not like Andrew Luck or someone, you know, someone that actually did pretty well. Yeah. It's like, when I was, I think we've talked about it before, but when I was like 21, 22, dude, I was like a fish out of water. Like when I went to arena cross even or supercross, you know, I was like, I did not belong there yet. And it's weird how these kids like, because they showed Manziel like, you know, 15 years old in high school. Dude, and he had like 75 touchdowns his like sophomore year, like total, you know, running. And I'm like, damn, dude, like that kid was on it.
Well, I think the difference is they have so many people in their corner.
Yeah. But there is something to be said about like a younger like person having that kind of confidence. You know what I mean? Because like when I was young, I was very shy and like very like even in middle school, high school, you know, like we'd play flag football, dude, and I was like terrified if they threw it to me. Yeah. You know, because I'm like, I don't want to mess up and have like everyone mad at me. But like these dudes, like they just know they're good at a young age, you know. And Manziel was the first freshman to get the Heisman. So like they went to the SEC, A&M did, and he beat like Alabama and stuff. And it's like, dude, that's gnarly to have that's gnarly to have a whole like college and like I said, a whole city on your shoulders, and it doesn't bother you. But then you have to work.
Then you come in and you get this money guaranteed, and it's like, well, why do I have to work? Right. Or maybe he was just so scared to like fail. Yeah. That like this is the John Jones thing. He'd go out party and do coke 2 weeks before his fight. So if he lost, he'd be like, dude, I was partying doing coke.
Right. Yeah, like you know that excuse.
But he'd always win. So that dude's just a freak in himself too. But yeah, maybe that's what he was doing. Who knows? But
I know.
It's kind of it's real crazy.
It's like what we said, like with documentaries, you don't know what's real and fake. Like he probably was like a pussy and like couldn't handle the pressure.
Yeah.
So he did the partying, because that's kind of what it seems to me. Because like when they show his college highlights, he's badass, right? He's doing 180s in the pocket, scrambling around, and then he'll throw it or he'll run. But like you said, in the NFL, like they've always said, the worst team, like the Browns could go, or the Lions when they went like 0-16, they could still probably beat Alabama like in a bowl game. You know what I mean? So it's like the worst NFL team is better than the best players in college.
Yeah.
So it's like once you get to the NFL, if you're not like, Kaepernick got exposed, all these dudes that are brilliant, like with, RG3, they can run like, run like hell. But it's like after, 6 games in the NFL, the coaches figure it out.
Yeah.
Like you're not, Kaepernick made it, 2 years maybe? And then it's like, dude, they're going to make you, just like Brady. If you collapse the pocket, Brady's screwed because he can't run, So like teams start figuring out, how do I collapse the pocket around him?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's like, you've got to, I don't know. Like I said, I would just put so much pressure on my shoulders knowing I have a whole city, and that kind of money. Like X Games was $40,000 to win.
Yeah.
Can't imagine if it was $7 million. I'd be like, oh my God.
But dude, imagine also, like, you're talking about the cities on his shoulders, but imagine everyone else hates him. Everyone that's not a Cleveland Brown fan hates him because they don't want to see him do good.
Yeah.
So like you also have that pressure too.
Right.
So it's like, dude.
Just like the Jake Paul thing. Like he like thrives on people hating him. I'm like, I hate that.
Yeah.
Like if I hear someone's like, yeah, dude, Mason's a dickhead, I'm like, what did I do? Did I piss someone off at a bar? Like, God, what happened?
And that's the thing too. Like like Mahomes, he kills it. He's been, top quarterback for how many years now, and people probably still say he sucks.
Oh yeah.
So it's like
sports fans are so stupid though. Because like when Brady retired, almost everyone that like tweets or whatever, they're like, God, I hated him his whole career, but he did some, it's like you hate that someone's successful. Yeah. Right. Like, and Brady's not like Mahomes isn't arrogant, like they're not dudes that draw that attention to him. It's just they kick your team's ass every year, and like, it sucks. Yeah. Sports is weird. It is. It's weird how regular fans get that it's their team, like their team. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, well, and then just winning the thing, because I've been watching a little bit of the Women's World Cup right now. The U.S. got eliminated in the round of 16. Yeah, because that dude Rapinoe missed the kick. Dude, that's so funny. God. Yeah. I hate that thing. I saw someone post something that like they're like, dude, Sweden's sick. At least they all look like girls. Look like girls, yeah, and they were hot. Yeah, they're hot, some hot chicks on there. Yeah, they were it. But it's just weird how you get so happy and excited for someone to win, even like the players. Yeah. Like you win the game, and then after that, you kind of have like the little press run, the parade, and all that for like maybe a week or two. But then after that, it's like nothing ever happened. Yeah. And the same for fans. Like you go and you just cheer and you're so happy, and then they win. And it's like an instant gratification, but then afterwards, it's like, I don't think anyone goes back. Who won the Super Bowl? Chiefs. I don't think anyone in Kansas City goes, dude, we won the Super Bowl. Yeah. Like, because it's over. Yeah. Now it's like the new season's coming up. Like, no one cares. Yeah, it's short-term memory. Dude. So weird. How I know. Like when I was in my heyday with Brady, when I loved him, every time he'd lose like a playoff game or a Super Bowl, like my phone would light up. Like Hunter texts off, dude, Mase, you okay? Listen, I'm like, yeah, it's not going to change my life. Yeah, yeah. It's not like if Brady won, he was going to come to my house and hang out with me, and I was that close. It's you ain't winning no money if he wins. No, so. The only time I was ever bummed, and it wasn't even because of Brady, but the year the Patriots were undefeated and lost to the Giants. 2 reasons. I was with freaking Chris Tedesco in a bar, and he's a gnarly, like he's one of those fans. So every time the Giants would get a first down, he was standing up and screaming in the bar. I'm like, Jesus. And then, the Patriots go down. They're leading by, I think, 3 with like a minute left when Eli did that crazy drive. And I'm like, all I cared about would have been sick because I'm so sick of hearing like the 72 Dolphins. Yeah. Like no team can go undefeated. Like we're the best, So I'm like, dude, I'm about to see history here. And then Manning did like the unthinkable that you would ever see. Yeah. That was probably the only time I was like, damn, that kind of sucked for a bit, But after that, like you said, dude, I went and rode the next day. Probably drove home, came here, rode again. It's like, I wasn't sitting there going, damn, I can't believe the Patriots lost. Man. Yeah, and even all the New York fans after like the week or two on that high, they forget too. I know. Even though they won. Yeah. It's they like just go back to work, raise their kids, whatever it may be. So, yeah. So it's so weird. Like, it's cool, you know. I think it's really cool that a lot of cities have that. Yeah. Maybe we have different opinions because we don't have that here. Exactly. I think that's what it is. Yeah. Because if we had a team here, for sure we'd be like, there was a pro soccer team in Reno, and
I was a member there and all that. So it's like,
Yeah.
if there
No, in our
was
luck, we'd end up with like the Detroit Lions or something. They'd never win a game. We'd be like, we ain't even cheering for these guys anyways, dude. Screw it.
that's when we go like Green Street Hooligans, just fight people.
Yeah, no
like
shit.
The team that comes into town.
Yeah, I'd be the first one to get knocked out. I'm not doing that.
That'd be fun though.
Yeah.
Yeah. So speaking of golf though, back to golf.
Okay.
Oh, actually, so that was a Netflix documentary.
Mm-hmm.
So I wonder if all these documentaries are coming out because of the like Screen Actors Guild, whatever it's called, strike.
Yeah, I don't know.
So they're not putting out like shows and stuff. So, because they put the Jake Paul one out. You saw it. They put this one out, and I'm sure they're going to come out with some other ones. And they're pretty good. I haven't watched any of those.
Yeah. Yeah, everything's good. I think it's Hollywood's just boring now. Like they're on their, like you said, they're on their 900th Spider-Man. They're like, they're just recycling. But like normal people like us like to hear more like life stories.
Oh, yeah.
Like that quarterback one they came out with like Mahomes and Mariota and all those dudes. That was awesome. Because it's such like a, because as fans, you only get to see them on the field or like pregame, postgame.
Yeah.
But it's cool to see like, Mahomes being a dad and like, like he got, what was it? MVP for the year at the NFL honors, but it's like 2 nights before the Super Bowl. And it's like, you don't have to go there and drink, but he was like so locked in. He's like, he watched it from like his rental house and stuff.
Yeah.
Didn't even go accept his award, and it's like that kind of stuff's super cool for me to see. Like Mariota going through like getting benched and then he moves and then he gets a call, like kind of bouncing around. And yeah, so like I just like Jake Paul, dude. I couldn't stand the dude. Yeah. Right. Just off of Instagram and never watched his fights or nothing. You watch his documentary and you're like, dude, that dude's a hustler and like
he's all right.
Yeah. He's okay. I mean, I'm still not, I don't follow him or nothing. It's not like I'm a super fan of him, but I just like behind the scenes shit way more than, watching some cheesy movie.
Yeah.
So,
what's really cool is like, you never know, you go to certain things and there's camera stuff around there. And you never know that they're actually filming
I know, right?
a documentary. And all of a sudden, like McGregor has one that just came out too, a part 2 to his other one. And it's like, they've been filming so long. Yeah. And it's like, dude.
It's crazy.
Yeah. You never know that they're filming that shit.
We don't, They've got a plan and we don't know it. We just wait till it comes out.
Just comes out and it's well put together and stuff. So that's cool.
Yeah.
Speaking of well put together, dude, your boy Bryson DeChambeau, he shoots a 58 to win the Golf Live tourney this weekend.
Yeah. Gnarly. With like a 30-footer on the last hole. It's a putt.
Dude, sometimes I'm at a 52 on 9.
Oh, easily, dude. Yeah. Imagine having 6 strokes left for 9 holes, dude.
How's that possible?
The guys are just good, but that's what's gnarly is they are that good and they play that much golf. But dude, that's a rarity. Like that doesn't happen.
Yeah,
right?
But I haven't watched any interviews of him, but do you think it's one of those things where it's like, dude, I was just hitting the ball and the shots were just landing where they should have.
Yeah.
It didn't matter what he did. The shots were just going where they were supposed to.
Yeah, and a lot of it for those dudes at that level is putting. Like I said, it had to have been, it might have even been more, but it had to have been 30 feet on the last hole to make it for, and still, even if he misses it, a 59's respectable.
Yeah.
I think there's only been a handful of 59's on like the PGA Tour, right? Like I said, it's not, like even, I think I was talking to someone, and I think it was Yosti maybe. And I asked him, I'm like, has Fowler ever shot a 59 just playing? Because he said one time Fowler came home for Christmas and they played like a skins game and no warm up or nothing. He shot a 61 just playing,
Dude, come to Eagle Valley, let's shoot like a 40.
Yeah, they might actually there. But, so it's like, and he never has. So like even with how much golf these guys played, like, you get into like 60 territory and then 59, like that's gnarly because that's pretty much perfect play. And then, but DeChambeau, like he must have just made I didn't watch it.
Yeah.
I just saw like the little highlights, but man, for those dudes, it's just putting.
Yeah.
You sink. Like I think JT shot a 59 in Hawaii like 3 or 4 years ago, and he made like a 15-footer on the last hole.
Yeah.
To get the 59. So
this guy's the second guy to ever basically do it.
Yeah.
There's one guy on the PGA.
Furyk, I think, did it. Yeah. And he was like mid 50s when he did it. Yeah. Or something like that. He's old.
So that's crazy. So it reminds me of the guy on Caddyshack the old dude at can't miss, no shot. That gets struck by lightning.
Of his life.
Yeah.
And he was struck by lightning and he's pissed off the rest of the movie.
So it sounds like that. Like he just, no matter what he did, it was just going in.
Yeah. Well, and it's even on the amateur level, like I'll remember it forever. The first time I ever shot 72, I think my best before that was like a 79. It wasn't like I was consistently 70s and just got an even par. But I came down, it was at Sunridge, and on 17, I was like, dude, I'm like 2 over. You know, I'm like, that's my best round ever. And everyone says you got to stay in the moment, but I never done it. So I'm like, dude, I got to try and grind this out. Hit my tee shot. It's a par 3. Dude, it comes up so short. Luckily, it's like in the fringe short, like thin grass. Dude, and I'm not shitting you. Like, and it's a breaker to the white pin. Remember it perfect. And I chip it, and I hit a pretty good chip, but it hit a sprinkler head and bounced, landed on the green, and broke into the hole. And I'm like, oh, dude, now I'm 1 over. I'm like, oh my God, dude. I'm on 18 tee box shaking, stripe one right down the middle. And then I'm like, dude, just anywhere on the green. Like, give me a 2-putt chance.
Yeah.
Stripe it to like the front of the green, but it's a back pin. I had like 35-foot big old right to left breaker. I'm like, God, just 2-putt this and I'll be 1 over. Freaking drain the putt.
Damn.
Like 30, like kind of what DeChambeau did. Shot my first even par round. And I had people there too, okay? I didn't make this story up my head. I had my buddies with me, but it's just weird. Some days it's like, you almost like go into like a blackout and you like just start making shit. Like I shot even par a couple of weeks ago in our men's club, and on holes, we ended on 17 because we started on 18. And I was 1 over, and I had, you know, same thing on 17. I had a fringe, but I putted it probably like 20 foot and I drained it. Shot even par. I'm like, dude, it's so weird. Like some days, like I swear your brain power just like locks it in, you know? And then there's days where I'm like, God, if I 3-putt this, I'm going to shoot at 92. Then I'll 4-putt it in 93. I'm like, damn it, dude. I'm the opposite today.
Yeah. It's crazy.
So, yeah, it is. Like I said, with how much golf those dudes play, you know, like think about just watching the PGA or the Live Tour a year, and you never see 58s and 59s.
Yeah.
Like that's why it's such like a pretty impressive feat.
Yeah. I know they probably don't think like this, but I wonder how disappointing it is or frustrating it is to shoot that and then go to this weekend and shoot not close to that.
I mean, even if you shoot like a 66, y'all, damn, I was almost 10 strokes worse today. Yeah. You know what I mean?
So I wonder, like, if they even think that, or they just like they know that's gonna happen.
Nah, they're probably just stoked like to have that on their record, you know, like that. But you know what happens in golf is I guarantee you DeChambeau went home that night and he's like, man, I missed that 1 putt, or you know, missed that fairway because it could have been a 57. Yeah, you know, you like who knows, you know. But that's how like every time I shoot even par now, I'm like, dude, that's so sick. And then I get home, I'm like, God, I 3-putted 12. Like you remember everything, you're like almost bummed kind of because you know, like I could have been finally under par or something, you know. So I'm sure he had a couple shots where he's like, dude, it should have been a 57 or a 56. I bet, you know.
Yeah. That's funny.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations to him.
Good job, DeChambeau. Not bad for an exhibition golfer. That's what they call the live people. Yeah. Say they're not. So Koepka's won a major this year. Yeah. And DeChambeau just shot a 58, but they don't know how to golf. Yeah. They went to live because they suck at golf. So that makes total sense.
Hey, they're playing the same courses too. Yeah. So, I mean, what can you say there? So this is a little topic that came up. So I was wondering what you would do. But Beyonce, she requests her own toilet seat in her rider. So like anytime she goes to like a tour date or stop, or she gets hired to do something, she requests to have her own toilet seats installed, I believe. Weird. Yeah. So it is kind of a weird thing. So I want to know what would be in your rider if you know, have to go to events and stuff like that.
Dude, yerbas and beef jerky. I'm simple.
That's it?
Yeah. Abundance, though. For all my friends and everything. Yeah. Dude, see it like I'm not weird. Not to bring up golf again, but there's this golfer, Louis Oosthuizen, who's on the live.
Louis Vito?
Yeah. Dude, brings his own mattress. Every hotel room he sleeps in, everywhere he goes, he has his crew bring his mattress. Oh, okay. You know, and it's like, I get it because they got to sleep good and backs, whatever, but it's like these celebrities and like high-end, it's almost like they're just bored and they think of shit. You know, like, why do you need your own toilet seat? Dude, the toilet you're in is probably gold porcelain anyways or whatever. And, you know, there ain't crabs on it. Like, people are so dumb. Like,
or just like the toilet that you have, like, make sure it's sanitized and clean. Yeah. And then no one can use it but you. Yeah. So it's your own toilet.
Right. It's fine. Like when I actually interviewed the dudes from Atreyu way back in the day in Australia, and we asked them the same question. We're like, how you been on tour? Like, what's the weirdest thing you've seen, like in a rider, this and that? And he's like, one of these bands wanted a bowl full of M&Ms, but there couldn't be like one green M&M in there.
Yeah, see, that's just being...
There's no flavor to them. They all taste the same.
Yeah, that's just like, being like a diva.
That's what I mean. Like the toilet seat, same thing. And like the mattress, you know, it's like...
Hey, me and you interviewed Atreyu at Warped Tour.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, and that was like... No, that was before, actually. I think that was like 2 years before.
Probably.
Before I did the Australia one. Yeah, so I think I was talking to him about that. He's like, a little dude.
Yeah.
His hand, he's shook. I'm like, how do you play the guitar
that guy
with
was
that
so...
hand?
Yeah, exactly. That guy was so small.
Yeah.
He shreds.
Yeah, he does. But, I mean, that's just what we hear of. Imagine, like, if we could... Like, if they had, like, a book of all, like, the weird shit that went on with a rider.
Dude, I mean... Dude, imagine, like, a Drake that he's kind of seen it all.
Yeah.
he's probably like, all right, I'm just bored.
Yeah.
Like this is
That's what I'm saying. I think they're just bored and they know they can have some person is waiting there ready to serve them and do that. Like there's some dude that has a freaking screw gun in his pocket and he's like, Beyonce, where are you shitting? Okay, I'll go change it. You know what I mean? Like that's pathetic.
They're like, hey, I want a pet monkey just for the weekend.
Yeah.
So like make sure it's there.
Oh, I'd have Coors Lights too. So how did I leave that out?
Well, you know.
If you've noticed though, mine's all food and bev. Like I don't need nothing special. Maybe memory foam pillow. PlayStation 5.
See now your rider's getting.
Yeah, but that's
now
still
you're getting there.
That's still like normal stuff, right? Like I'm never gonna like make them peel a label off of something or do something, you know.
Well, for all the people watching, you know, when you guys hire us to go do something, my rider, herbs for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know what else.
Yeah, see, it's
a hard thing because there's a lot of cool stuff that I want, like good waters.
Yeah. I like good water, yeah. None of that like cheap bottled shit.
Yeah, I want water not in a plastic bottle. I want water like in a can like this or something.
Yeah, or like the glass.
Yeah.
Dude, did you ever see Shadows' Call of Duty setup? I don't know how we're getting so variety pack here. Dude, he had like the full roller, like, you know, guitars are in it.
Oh.
Like the road case.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he would like, he'd
get mobile.
He would like get to the venue, dude, and they would set it up in the room. He'd take like the lid off it, and it's just a flat screen.
Yeah.
His Xbox, whatever, all built in. I'm like, that's pretty sick, dude.
Yeah.
Because he was like actual, like damn near streamer, you know? He was like in a gaming league.
But see, that's like taking your own stuff.
Yeah.
You know? And then there's the riders where like, this is what I need in my dressing room or else.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so yeah, like let's get into what would you take personally?
Oh, I definitely have a duty set up.
Yeah.
There's so much down. Like if I had that kind of stuff in freestyle, I'd have been sick. Because, you know, like practice is 3 hours, let's say. So you get to the venue like an hour before practice. And dude, 3 hours of freestyle practice was a lot. Right. Yeah. So I would ride, being real, I'd probably ride like 20 or 30 minutes. So imagine if I could go back and just like rip some duty.
Yeah, hang out, play some Call of Duty.
Yeah. Pass the time. It's so boring. You just sit there and you try not to sleep, you know, because it's freaking 5 o'clock in the afternoon. You're like, dude, this sucks. Then the show starts. It's fun. Yeah. So yeah, I'd bring duty. If we're talking me still riding, definitely like some kind of guitar setup, maybe.
No, we're talking about you now as a golf influencer podcaster. Wow. You're getting hit up and they're like, hey, we want you to come to, you know, a live event and you're gonna be here 4 days.
Yeah. I don't know if I'd bring duty then.
But for your hotel room and stuff.
There's some pretty cute golf influencers. I'd be like, hey, I want all of them there.
Oh.
They got like a 41-year-old bald dude. Maybe a little bit of belly. Me, not them. I'd start with that. Yeah. Doesn't even have to be like consensual or whatever that word is. Just to hang out. Have a drink at the hotel bar.
No, you want it to be consensual.
What's that mean?
That means that they agree.
Oh, I thought that meant like sex stuff.
Yeah.
Dude. Well, no. I got to get a freaking thesaurus out or whatever those are called. I don't know any words.
Well, yeah, they're consenting to
hanging out.
Everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
that's
so
what you want.
It doesn't have to be weird.
It doesn't have to be weird, but it can get weird. They're consenting.
Okay, if they got to sign up.
That's what you want. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, I was way off.
Yeah, I think that would be. I mean, that's good right there.
Yeah.
A little massage.
A little misogyny.
A happy ending.
Oh man, that'd be nice. Then I would go to bed, and then it'd be a waste of my 4 golf influencers. See.
Nah,
I'm a one and done, dude.
No, then we'll get like a sponsorship of Blue Chew or whatever I hear in all the other podcasts. So get a little Blue Chew in you.
I need a Hims.
I haven't heard that one. I think I have. Yeah. Isn't that the hair stuff?
Well, yeah. So I could use all of it. I think
grow some hair,
and have a freaking chub the whole time. That'd be sick, dude. As long as I don't grow hair on the chub.
That's probably what I would do.
Yeah. Have a freaking gorilla dick.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't like. Back to our original. Like I've never been like that Navy person. It's like,
but do you think the more you would travel, and that's the thing too, like, you know, the stuff that you have done, the arenas and everything were like catered and stuff, but it wasn't like, hey, Mike, what do you need? It's like, we're going to cater for all the riders and stuff like that. Yeah. So it hasn't been specific just to you.
Yeah.
So do you think the more you would travel and do certain events or for whatever that you're doing, and they were like, hey, Mike, what do you want?
Chipotle.
Do you think then you would kind of start getting in the groove more of like, all right, this is kind of what I want.
I don't know.
This is what I need.
You know, like, because I'm that type of dude. Like, I'm always indecisive no matter what. Right? Like, if I'm nervous, like if someone comes up to me and they're like, hey, dude, what do you need? Like, do you need anything? What do you want? And I'm like, oh, dude, no, I'm good. And then I'll be like, damn, I don't have water in my room. I'm like parched, you know, like I almost like blank a little
Yeah,
bit.
yeah.
So
Well, you don't want to be that person just asking for shit.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you're like, damn, shit, some yerbies would be good right now.
Yeah, I'm hanging for a yerb, dude. Damn it, I messed up. Yeah, because I mean, I've definitely had that before.
Mhm.
You know, like when we did like the Toyota commercial and I did that movie and stuff, they're always like asking what you need, what's this, what's that, and I'm just like, oh, well, that looks good to me, dude. It's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, if I was super high end, I'd be like Potle, Yerbs, Old Trapper, Coors Lights, and then do it all over again.
Mm-hmm.
That's about all I got.
I would say yerbs, but dude, I have to have like a Red Bull.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't really like Red Bulls no more.
Dude, the taste is just very unique.
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
You know what happened is I did a circus like the year before I retired, like the
Mhm.
actual circus, not Nitro, with Roe and Ray Bennett. And dude, because there wasn't yerbs back there, and like I am kind of a caffeine addicted type of dude.
Mm-hmm.
So we would go to Walmart and buy like the packs of Red Bulls. So like
Mhm.
every morning I'd wake up, like rip a couple waters, then have a Red Bull before
Yeah.
we rode. Dude, I think it like burnt me out.
Yeah.
But sometimes on a road trip, if I can't find a yerbs, I'll get a Red Bull out of like the good fridge where it's like ice cold.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
pretty good.
Yeah. See,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying.
Feels like my teeth are gonna fall out.
But I don't have them all the time. So that's when
Yeah,
I do
same.
have them, you know, and I'm imagining I'm not doing this all the time.
Mhm.
So they're like, hey, what do you need? You got to get me a Red Bull in there.
Yeah, on ice.
On ice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I will be needy on that aspect.
Little cheese platter for you.
Oh yeah,
See?
dude. Yeah, I know. See,
Yeah,
we're thinking,
I got your back,
but
dude.
see, like once again, we're just thinking food and bev, like simple stuff.
Well, what else?
I don't know, like
A massage
we
chair?
don't need toilet seats and shit. That's what
No,
I'm saying.
yeah.
You know?
Pet monkey?
No, they throw their own shit. Did it end up in my yerbs and I
They
wouldn't
slap
drink
the
it?
shit out of you too.
That'd be pretty
They
cool.
always try to steal your food.
Yeah, see, no.
Mm.
If it steals my Potle, I'm gonna wring its neck.
And then his
And then,
animal
and then
abuse.
PETA calls
Yeah.
me, or PETA, whatever it's called, dude. Yeah, so none of that.
Yeah.
No farm animals.
Well, yeah, it's, you know, everyone listening, they're probably like, you guys are idiots. But
God,
it's
no.
like, I challenge you guys to think of what you guys would put in your rider.
Mhm.
It's a lot harder.
Think
than,
of something weird. Like, what's the weirdest? Not you. I'm saying like our
Yeah.
listeners. Like,
well, I'm trying to too.
think of something like a toilet seat or a mattress or something super weird that you would be needy about.
Yeah.
I don't have none of that.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's like basically, it's not just because, it's because that's what you on a daily basis want,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
Or, you know, whatever. So, you know, that guy that takes his mattress, he's like, dude, I need to have a mattress.
Yeah.
I'm sure some people are like that with a pillow. Like, I can't sleep without my pillow
Yeah,
or
Densmore.
whatever. Yeah.
You ever see Densmore? He has a pillow everywhere he
his
goes.
pillow and his laptop.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, he puts his head in. He still uses a Dell.
Yeah. So, yeah, I can't really think of anything that's like weird that I would have to have.
Like, if you gave me 1 year to think about this every day, I would never once say a toilet seat.
No.
Never once. It would never even cross my mind as I'm probably sitting on the toilet seat thinking about what I should bring.
Yeah.
Never. That's
Yeah.
just weird.
Yeah, I mean, they got toilet seats.
You know why? It's because she has a huge ass. It's probably like an expanded one.
Dude, I don't even think it's that big compared to like most of the girls nowadays.
No, but it's bigger than usual.
yeah.
I mean, I haven't seen it in person. I'm just saying.
Mm.
Just guessing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, yeah, leave us a comment. Let us know what
Yeah.
you guys can come up with, and maybe we'll put it in our riders
Yeah.
because,
We're going to have a rider right here.
mhm.
It's going to be our little tray for all our weird stuff.
Well, our rider is just basically for the podcast. It's just
Yerbs.
yerbs.
Easy enough. We're
Yeah.
simple men.
Mm-hmm.
We're from Northern Nevada.
Yeah.
Okay. Next question.
The next one, Zuckerberg. He wants to fight Elon on your birthday.
Really?
Yeah.
Great. It's going to take away from my celebration.
Well, you know, he came out. They're going back and forth.
Yeah.
And he comes out. He's like, basically, he's like, dude, I have the 26th. Your birthday's the 27th.
Mhm.
He's like, the 26th. Let's do it. And it looks like Elon's kind of ducking him.
Yeah. Dude, I mean, I get the publicity of that and whatnot, but that's got to be the lamest fight in the world.
Yeah.
Watching two dorks fight.
Well, I mean, it can't be worse than Jake Paul and Nate Diaz. I don't know if you saw that fight.
I saw a little bit of it.
Yeah. Someone put it perfectly. They said this is the worst, most entertaining fight there is.
Mhm.
Like, it's just horrible, but it's entertaining.
Yeah.
Like,
But like Zuckerberg and Musk, I feel like it's going to be like when you used to see the fights in the high school hallway and they would just dance around in a
Yeah,
circle
yeah.
and like, dude, you hit me. No, dude, you hit me first. Someone
Yeah.
hit me. It's like,
but I think the point is
Dorks.
Zuck saying like, dude, I'm in shape. I'm ready to go.
yeah.
And then Elon keeps coming out with excuses. I guess he's saying he has a bad neck and a bad back that he might have to have surgery. It's like, dude, well, why'd you come out saying that you want to fight? And then
Yeah.
all of a sudden now,
Dude, and honestly, one punch would crack that neck, dude. And you'd probably be better.
Dude, but he says he's like 300 pounds.
Musk?
Yeah.
Ew.
And then, Zuck's like 180 probably.
Yeah.
Fit.
Yeah. I don't like either one of them.
Yeah.
Both idiots.
What if they both like double knockout each other?
That'd be perfect.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, get some peace and quiet around here.
So, yeah, that's kind of been going around. I guess Zuckerberg's wife was tripping on him because he put an octagon in the backyard. And she Wolf of Wall Streeted him and said, I've been working on that grass for a long time or whatever. And,
Bermuda sod.
Yeah, and it's like, dude, you're
messing it all up.
Your husband is...
It's probably just a trampoline.
Maybe.
Not trampolines look like that.
Yeah, she just thought it was an octagon.
Oh,
I'm sure Mark Zuckerberg could probably buy you some more grass.
Yeah. Yeah, it's probably like on the back quadrant of the property.
Yeah.
It's probably not like right out the back door.
He should have taken her in the octagon, teach her a lesson.
Fucking punch her, be like, hey man.
Hey, I don't condone that though.
No, that's spousal abuse.
Yeah, that's PETA right there.
Sometimes they deserve it. She's dating an animal?
Mm-hmm.
Yuck.
Dude, some people do deserve it. Some
Yeah.
females.
Uh-huh.
Like this next one. Female faces first-degree murder charges for trying to poison her husband.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you saw that one.
Mm-mm.
Dude. So is this Air Force dude. They're out of the country, living in Germany. Drinking his coffee. He's like, dude, this tastes weird. So goes on for a little bit. Finally puts a camera up. Sees that his wife is putting chlorine bleach in his coffee, right? And his little Keurig thing. So he takes it to the authorities. And basically they're like, we can't do nothing because we can't really tell like if that's bleach or not.
Yeah.
So he was in Germany, so he was like, you know what? I'm going to wait. So I don't even know how long this was, but I'm going to wait till we get to the States and then do the report because they ain't going to do shit here.
Right.
So guy finds that out, doesn't do anything, lives with the chick, waits till they get to America. And once in America, she keeps doing it.
Really?
So then he gets these cameras and he sets them up. So he was actually smart about it. He set it up in the laundry room where she got it. In between the laundry room and the coffee.
Mm-hmm.
So they could see like that she went in there, grabbed it, took it out, and then went to the coffee maker and put it in his water.
Yeah.
So he caught her, you know.
Yeah.
But it's like, dude, how do you live with this woman
right
for so long knowing that she's trying to kill you?
I would have packed my bags and just left unannounced. Never said nothing.
I mean, yeah.
Dude, people are stupid.
Yeah.
Dude.
And I kind of imagine they probably didn't have the best marriage if the woman's trying to kill him.
Right. Yeah. Obviously something.
But like maybe they didn't sleep in the same room. But how could you sleep in the same room with that woman knowing she's trying to kill you?
Yeah.
Yeah. She's like trying to do it like in a sneaky way.
Mm-hmm.
But like, dude, she could just grab a knife and stab you in your sleep.
Right.
Anytime or whatever.
And shoot you in the head. Yeah. Screw. That's what I'm saying.
What kind of dude is that?
The second that I saw that, I would have been gone. Never said a word. Just packed my shit and been out of there.
I mean, I probably would have roundhouse kicked.
I would
her.
Yeah.
But
yeah. People are idiots, dude.
Dude, it's unbelievable.
I'm so glad I just got a dog.
Dude, imagine your dog trying to putting her dog food in your coffee.
Fuck, dude, she tried to put her freaking butt right by my face last night in bed, dude, trying to poison me.
Trying to give you pink eye.
Yeah, dude. I'm a little itchy today.
She's like, hey, I know you got the podcast tomorrow. How about some pink eye?
Dude, she was dreaming a couple times and her little stub came up. I'm like, Jesus. Looking right down the barrel. I'm like, I need to go sleep on the couch.
Yeah. Dude, that's pretty crazy.
That is.
Imagine, every little cough, she's like, oh, how you feeling?
Yeah. Dude, imagine like if he found out and wasn't drinking it as she wasn't looking and she's like, this motherfucker's invincible, dude. He's been drinking bleach for damn a month straight.
Well, I guess he was faking it.
Yeah.
That he was. And it's like, how dumb of a chick are you that not... Dude, you're giving this guy pure bleach in his coffee and he hasn't died. He doesn't get sick.
Right.
Like, obviously it's not working.
Something's going on here.
And you continue doing it.
Yeah. Weird.
Yeah. I'd be like, dude, I just went to the bathroom and I shit blood.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, don't worry. It's okay.
You're fine.
And you just take it. You're just like, fucking bitch.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that.
Dude.
I'd grab a cast iron and freaking slap her over the face. That's what I would do.
Yeah.
I get pissed.
I mean.
But she deserves it.
Well, yeah, we're talking about your wife's trying to kill you.
Yeah, I've had girlfriends in my life and I've never had any kind of like weird fight with them. It's usually like an argument or something, but never like, but dude, if I like legit caught my girlfriend in my house trying to like poison me, I got tons of cast iron. I got flat, deep, a huge one. I got the freaking bacon press. I could just use it as like brass knuckles.
Oh yeah,
Dude, stamp her forehead like
just throw the Traeger at her. while
When
you're
Home
at it.
Alone, when the iron lands on his face and leaves the mark.
Yeah,
that'd be sick.
That'd
dude.
be cool.
Cool. Okay, we're getting weird, dude.
Dude, I think that this is seriously not like the first story I've heard like this.
No.
Females are trying to poison their husbands
Dude,
with bleach.
That's why I'm like, not to get deep, that's why I truly believe there's like mental illness now. Because I just saw something like some girl, some doctor in New York just killed her 4-month-old baby and then killed herself. It's like, what the hell?
At least she offed herself.
Well, I know, but what the hell? What's the point? Like,
yeah.
what's wrong with you? You know, and like, you see moms all the time, like poisoning their kids, killing their kids, doing shit to their husbands. It's like, what in the hell?
Well, the mom thing, I think, you know, because they have that postpartum depression shit, and I think maybe it's worse on some women than others, and they just don't know how to handle it or something. They're just like, you little bastard, and they want to kill it. Like, I don't know, that's not cool, but a little bit more understandable because that is an actual thing.
Yeah,
but yeah, trying to kill your husband and
it's
all this weird stuff, like.
Isn't that weird that you can like meet a chick, sleep with her, hang out with her a bunch, throw a ring on it, and then she's like trying to kill you?
Dude, he wasn't beating it up in the bedroom.
He wasn't. He was doing something.
If he was, then she would have been like, I ain't killing that.
Yeah, but then sometimes like when you're good, they get addicted to you, and then they're like crazy.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Yeah,
yeah.
Not that I would know. This thing doesn't really do a whole lot of damage, but I've watched some documentaries.
You're good at watching documentaries.
Dude, it's all I got.
Yeah,
freaking retired. I gotta get a job, dude.
Anyone hiring?
Anyone hiring out there? I'll do. I actually am hitting the board stage. You know?
Yeah.
Sucks. And it's weird though, because like I was telling my dad, because I can go get a job at the golf course or whatever, you know, but.
Do you get a job at Clear Creek?
God, I know.
And you still won't hook me up.
No, hell no. Maybe.
I'll set the golf course record.
Yeah, for high.
Yeah.
High score.
Oh, yeah.
For
sure.
No, it's not that hard. No, but it sucks because it's like every time, because I'm in like the weird stage. If I have 2 weeks at home, I feel like I'm like wasting my life away. You know what I mean? So I'm like, damn, dude, I'm bored every day. Like, yeah, golf's fun when you have a group, but you know, like Bubs is working, like everyone works. So it's like, if no one's doing nothing, I kind of sit here all day and guess I'll clean house again and this and that. But then something pops up, you know, like LA PGA memes. And then I go to like Jason Days in a couple weeks. I'm going to 5 Finger Death Punch in Metallica in like 3 weeks, you know? So it's like that pops up and then well, shit, if I have a job, I can't just go do that, you know? But then like, I'll do all that because that's like a 3-week stretch in a row. So I'll do all that and then I'll be home like the next week and be all, I'm wasting life away again. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's such a weird, like kind of like a pickle. I don't know what to do. And it's not even the money thing. It's just the like doing something. Yeah. I hate for some reason, I'm still uncomfortable when people are like, dude, what are you doing today? I'm all, I don't know.
Golfing?
Nothing. Maybe golf? Yeah. I always just tell people I'm working around the house. Oh, what are you up to today? I'm like, just doing some shit around the house. And then I like do the dishes and like maybe clean the floor. I'm like, okay, well, I did my shit around the house. I wasn't lying.
Yep.
You know, but how many days in a row can you do that? So,
yeah. Well, I mean, the money never hurts.
The money would be fun just for like when I did the Genoa job, pulling carts out like during COVID that year. I got like $300 every 2 weeks. And that was like the perfect beer and barbecue money. You know, go to Costco, buy a bunch of steaks and beers. I'm like, it's perfect. Yeah. I mean, that would help. But it's like overall, it's not the money. It's just like, be cool if someone's like, hey, what are you doing? I'm like, I actually got to go do this. I'm, you know, working from 8 to 2 or 3 or so, you know? Yeah. I don't have that.
I mean, the consistency is always nice. Yeah. But like you said, like with your kind of lifestyle, it's like, well, a lot of stuff pops up. Yeah. And I want to do it. I want to do it. When you have that consistency, you can't have stuff pop up.
Yeah. And my whole life has been like never a plan. And always random stuff coming up at the weirdest times. You know, like this year I was sitting at home during the winter. And then right when we get out of winter, I get that job with Hannah and Gabby to go help them film. Get done with that. Like as I'm getting done with that, I got hit up about the Tulsa Live Pro-Am. And I'm like, see, that's like the stuff that makes me not want to like get a real job. Yeah.
You know, with that being said, I know we talked about this like on a personal level before, but do you think that maybe that's the reason why sometimes certain, you know, people in moto, in any industry that's like you're a self-employed athlete or whatever, do you think it's hard for them to retire because of that? Yeah. Because of they've always had, it's never been consistency. It's just like you do whatever, whenever, and then they don't want to lose that.
Yeah, it's, you know, because a lot of us in moto, you know, like football or something, like if you get a contract, it's like, okay, you know, I don't know, April or May or June comes, from then till maybe January, you're working, right? Mm-hmm. So they know that and they get an off season. But like for us, I mean, Supercross and outdoors is a little different, but for us, like in freestyle, it's like we had to pick and choose what we want to do, right? Mm-hmm. So like I said, never had a plan, just kind of waited if a show popped up, go do it. And then when I retired, it was like, I actually thought I wanted to sit at home and be a normal dude. I'm like, I can't wait. Like if you hit me up on a Saturday, I'm home. I can go do it, But I did that for a couple months and I'm like, I'm not used to this.
Yeah.
Going on 20 years of just, all over the place. And that's where I was really thankful for Travis with PGA Memes, because he had his tournaments and like kind of took care of me on them. And it's like, even just that, like flying out once a month and, being in Florida for a week or, LA or whatever, it was like, it kind of gave me that, it like filled that void again, even though you're not getting paid for it, but it's just nice to have that, and I've, I'm on like my 8th year of golf now. And this probably year and a half where I've kind of started to see some stuff. Like I went out to Florida for short par 4, did the live event, Trav's events, and like stuff's kind of starting to roll. And it's like, so do I like just throw in the towel after like kind of trying to like work my way into that part of life, and just get a job here. But I know like getting a job here is not going to make me happy. Right.
Right.
Like if I'm mowing greens at Sunridge 3 times a week, it's like, I mean, I would take pride in my work. I'd look back and go, oh, it's pretty good, but it's like, I think, I think I'm past the point of like, it's not a habit no more. It's like, that's my lifestyle.
Yeah. Well, with you, I think you definitely need a job that keeps you moving and it's not like just focused here.
Yeah.
And I think those are out there, but what would be your advice for people that are kind of in your situation, need to retire or want to retire, but are nervous because they're like, dude, I don't know anything but this. And this is kind of all I do. And if I get a job, I'm not going to be happy, but it's like, what do you do? Because your lifestyle is not for everyone.
Right.
Even though they've lived the same lifestyle, that doesn't mean, there's like even the I just watched like an interview with Trey Kennard, the moto guy. Like those guys kind of the same, but they retire and they go work for like the race team and, all this kind of stuff. It's not like for everyone.
Yeah.
Eventually everyone has to get some kind of job.
Right.
So what do you think?
I don't know. I mean, I've talked with Adam Jones about this because, he's at the stage in his life where he's riding to pay his bills, not broke wise, just, he doesn't know what else to do. And he was always saying, he's like, man, it's awesome that you love golf that much because at least I have a hobby. Like at least, when I'm bored during the week, I can go to the driving range. I can go hit balls. I get some cool golf opportunities and I can travel. Like Jones doesn't have that. And a lot of like, like maybe a Trey Kennard. And it's like, you got your family and stuff, but like you said, you're still so used to that kind of life. It's like some, that's why I think like Carmichael's and the Reeds and them kind of got into car racing for a bit. It's like, it's kind of something, it's not moto, but it's something to go do, and if you don't have that, it is weird. Like, when I couldn't golf for 4 months this winter when it was snowing, I'm like, dude, my life is really boring.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I don't realize how much I'm dependent on golf, as far as like just keeping me outside and doing something. But I've always said it too. It's like if I lived in Southern California, because I had job offers when I had actually retired or was starting to lean towards retirement. And, if I lived in Southern California, I would love to work for Fox and go to the Supercrosses, and because I love traveling.
Yeah.
I mean, I hate the airports, like the initial part of it, but I love seeing different cities and, like you fly into Indy or you fly into New York City or something. It's like that's always been fun to me.
Yeah.
So it's like but you have to live down there because you have to get stuff ready. You have to, pack everything for the riders. So it's like, there's no quality of life down there. I actually looked one time in like a 1-bedroom apartment that looked like it had meth in it. It was like $3,500 in Irvine.
Dude, you should have got it and sold the meth. And then,
then I'd be in prison. So then life would really stink.
True.
Yeah.
I'd visit you though.
You got to think. But no, it's weird too. And I think I said this before, but we did a Fox summit. Fox did this big athlete summit. And they had Jeff Emig speaking actually. And, he's like, because this was when he was still in the booth for Supercross, I believe. And he's like, when I was 30, I stopped riding and this and that. And he's like, I just thought it was awesome. I just drink beers and golf. He said legit, he's like, I'll just drink beers and golf every day with my friends. Like, that's all I want to do. He said he did that for a couple of years. And he's like, and then I kind of realized I didn't have a purpose in life. Like I wasn't doing nothing and this and that. And I don't like that word, having a purpose in life, because we dedicated our whole lives to motorcycles, right? I'm not the dude that thinks like every day of my life has to be filled with me progressing or doing something.
Yeah.
I spent a shitload of my time and, a ton of effort and, risked injury for 30 years. So it's like, I'm content with where I'm at.
Mm-hmm.
But what he did say is like, it is weird, waking up on a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and you're like, I have no plan.
Yeah.
And that's kind of where I'm getting now. Like I said, it's not so much like, I feel like I'm wasting my life away. Like it's bitching going on a bender. And then Monday I can sit on my couch and like relax.
Yeah. It must be tough too when like most of your friends work too.
Yeah. And that's where I'm going with it. That's what's kind of hard is like, you're, and he actually said this too. It's like you get older, your friends have kids, right? And your friends have jobs. And it's like, you're the only one for him, he's the only one that's 30 years old and retired. He's like, what the hell am I supposed to do? You know what I mean? And I'm not a handyman. I'm not going to go out and work in my yard every day and like fix stuff. Like I don't know how, I didn't learn none of that growing up. Yeah. So I'm not that dude. It's like golf is literally about the only thing I really I enjoy. Like I said, if I had to get a job right now, it would be in golf. Yeah. Because it's something I like want to learn about. I'm talking even like work in a pro shop or anything. It's like something I'd love to learn about. But yeah, it's super weird because like I told you earlier, it's like if I go 2 weeks with no like kind of travel or plans or any kind of like fun tournaments around here or anything, I'm like, dude, what am I doing? Yeah. Because I sit on the couch, like, every time you come over here, I'm on my couch and I like read my news and watch a little bit of golf. Yeah. But I'm like legit scrambling in my brain. I'm like, dude, what the hell am I going to do today? So I'll like randomly drive down, wash my truck. I'm all, let's go. So fun.
Does part of that mental, like those thoughts in your head, is it because of money? And I know you invest and you're doing good, but is it part of money or is it just that I'm not doing anything?
It's just you're not doing nothing.
So, but that must be nice though, because some people I think when they're in certain situations they stress more about money than anything. So they're like, "Fuck, dude, I'm not doing anything. I need to do something because I need money. Revenue." Yeah, Yeah. But you're like more like, I'm just bored.
Yeah, and like I said, I have the insecurity. I mean, dude, even when I go to like the live event or see people at Trav's events or whatever it may be, run into, go to Hangtown or Mammoth and run into friends we know. They're like, oh man, so like, what have you been up to? And I'm all, because like, that's what I've always said though, is I'm not going to be like, oh, I invested in this and I got an investment in this, I'm kind of working on this. It's like, I'm not going to tell them all that, but it's more like, I'm just like, haven't been up to a whole lot, dude. Kind of just like barbecue and golf, so, and I get like kind of insecure about that.
Why don't you just say I'm retired?
I don't know. Well, because they know I'm retired, like a lot of my friends. Yeah. But they're asking like what I've been doing. Because everyone wants
retired
to. Everyone
tell
thinks
me you're a greeter at Walmart.
Dude, I'm close. Just ring the little Salvation Army bell during the Christmas. And
those guys are so annoying.
So annoying, dude. Bless their heart. But, yeah. So I'm going on. This is year 4. Like July was 4 years exactly from the last time I rode a bike, and like I think if I had a bike and like rode, people will be like, oh, that's cool. You're still riding and this and that. But it's like, since I'm not doing
that's
that.
That's what I think.
Yeah, I know you do. You're just using me for a Mammoth teammate. But like since all I do is golf and hang out with my family a lot more, like everyone's like, it kind of seems like a boring life after what you just did, and so I think I get more insecure about what people think of me necessarily more than I'm like content with where I'm at. Yeah. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So like, trust me, like when I'm sitting on my couch, like reading the news and shit and fucking working around here, like I'm not always like, God, this is a terrible life. Yeah. I don't think that. But like when, like I said, everyone's like, even my dad will be like, oh, what are you up to today? And I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah. Security's going to beat your ass.
Yeah. Because he retired years ago, but he mows fairways at Sunridge every day and he goes and works on the equipment and then he cuts wood behind his house. And like, he's still like, I mean, he's out of shape, but he's still very active for the most part. You know what I mean? And I just don't have that kind of like stuff in me just yet. Like I said, like when I can travel, I mean, dude, if you put me on the road for a month right now, I'll have like the energy of like a 20-year-old dude. You know what I mean? But sometimes when I sit here for like 2 or 3 days in a row, I'm like, shit, like what am I doing? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm kind of the same though, because like I own my own business and I work a lot less than most people. Right. So like I'm home during the day, and then sometimes I'm like, maybe on Monday, I don't do anything, go to work later in the afternoon or something. So just say like by Friday, I'm like, I haven't done shit all week. I know. And I feel like but I know my company makes money. Yeah. Money's coming in. Yeah. I'm getting paid every month. And I'm still like going, checking stuff out and working, you know? But for the most part, I just haven't worked during the day. Yeah. And then, you know, Tuesday, Thursdays, weekends, all that, like I have off. I don't work. And when I do work, it's like 3 hours.
Yeah.
You know, so then I'm like, dude, I feel like I haven't done shit.
It's weird, huh?
Yeah. And it's like real, like weird.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, what? But I don't have to.
I know. And that's where I'm at. You know, it's like I said, yeah, I could go pull carts out again and make a couple extra bucks for beers and barbecue stuff. But it's like,
that's just to fill that void that you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then also by filling that void, you have obligations. And then later someone calls you and they're like, Mase, can you come?
Yeah.
But you have this obligation, so you can't.
And I'm very like, give you my word and I'll do it. Right. Like when I worked at Genoa, I didn't miss one day. And it was only 3 days a week. But it's like, there was times where like, you know, someone wanted me to go to LA on a Monday because I worked Monday through Wednesday. I'm like, I can't. Like I'd never asked for like any kind of time off, nothing, you know? So that's the thing I know is like, if I tell Phil at Sunridge that I'll mow the greens for the summer, it's like, I'm not going to be like, oh, hey, I'm gone for a week. Can one of you guys mow greens? Because they've already got enough on their plate, you know? So that's kind of what I always toss back and forth. And, you know, I think as each year goes on, because I mean, the first year when I retired, it's like, I wanted to go everywhere because I was still in that moto mentality. And then, you know, year 2 is like, I just kind of did like PGA meme stuff and found some stuff here. Year 3, same. Like this year I've traveled, you know, a handful of times. But like each year that goes on, I kind of get more and more to like, I could be a homebody a little bit more. So,
and this is the first year that you kind of done the most as far as like golf work.
Yeah, yes and no. Like last year I did that South Africa trip, a couple other things. You know?
Did an actual PGA event on Facebook.
Yeah. That was COVID year.
Oh, that was COVID.
That was 3 years ago. Okay. Yeah. Dude, literally the week before COVID. And it sucked because it kind of went well. And I'm like, cool, dude, I might have like a job with the PGA and everything.
And then they forget. Yeah.
Yeah. So, like I said, that's the slippery slope, right? Is like, I've invested 8 years into kind of getting better at golf and getting my foot in the door. You know, like I always talk to like our gecko stuff's doing really good. That's what I like have a hard time telling people is like, I'm always trying to think of something to do. I just don't work every day to do it. Right. Like I still invest. Like I hung out with the 5 Finger Death Punch dude, the band manager, and he put me in with one of his investors. So I dumped some money in there, and it's like the gecko thing and this and that, you know, so I've got a lot of like fingers going on out there. Nothing's really taken off yet to where it would like, you know, like if gecko got huge, we would be really busy, like full time. Yeah. Right now, Vince can pump out, you know, 1,000 bottles and send it to Amazon, and sell that, you know? Yeah. So there is stuff in the works all the time, but it's like, then like, and it's only little times. Like it's not every single day. Like, you know, like I said, next week's my last week at home for a bit, not podcast wise. We got our day for our podcast, but like I start leaving a bunch again, you know, and it's fun. Like I said, it's PGA memes in LA, which is at Trump National right on the Pacific Ocean. Nice. Sick, right? It's a bitchin' course. So I'm stoked for that. And then the next week I fly to Phoenix, and like we have side stage for 5 Finger Death Punch and Metallica. That's going to be sick. Then the next week I fly to Jason Day's house and do his tournament. I'm like, all that stuff's super fun. So it's like, how do I just throw all the talent and all that kind of like connections I've made there and just start working here? Or like, what do I do? You know?
Yeah. I definitely think that you need to put yourself in a situation where you're working, you're working, but it's remote. Yeah. You know, and I think there's a lot of possibility. Yeah. By doing that for you. So yeah, but I could see like how it's hard for some people just to give up. Like
if you don't, like I said, like for Adam, I fully get why you ride still, because he has no hobby besides raising his family and riding. Yeah. So it's like if he quits riding and literally just sits in Johnson Lane he would drive himself nuts. Yeah. So I get that, but like I'm fortunate enough to like travel around and golf, and I truly love golf. I'm not just doing it because I'm retired. I've been golfing with my dad since I was like 9 years old. You know, it's something I've always liked. It's such a nice pace, a change of pace for moto and stuff. So, but it is funny because I've like, you know, like PGA memes, Trav, he was talking about buying a huge warehouse in Dallas. Cause I mean, he runs 5-9 Media out of it, which films like days reels for his Instagram. They were doing Ricky a little bit, you know, like any commercial for like Corona or any of his sponsors. So he has 5-9 Media. He has Hack Patrol. He has For the Babes. And he's like, I'm going to buy a warehouse, put a golf simulator in it there. And our office is like a studio, like an editing booth, all this. And I'm like, I'll come work. So you don't want to move here and do that. I'm like, no, I will.
I will too.
Yeah, 5 Finger Death Punch dude. He's like, I'm so sick of being on the road and doing this. I'm like, dude, if you need a hand, let me know. I'll come do these. You don't want to do this. I'm like, how come when I ask, like everyone thinks I don't want to do it? It's like I don't like sitting in Minden, Nevada every day. And, you know, golfing Sunridge all the time. So I think no one takes me serious. I'm gonna have to like actually build a resume and be like, I will do it.
Yeah. Do it.
Dude, travel around with a band. So fun. I did it like 5 years ago with Them Evils, and it was awesome.
Yeah. And this is 5 Finger Death Punch.
This is 5 Finger
Way
Death
bigger.
Punch. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I'll push in road cases and shit. I don't care, dude.
Mhm.
So, but now I got Ellis.
Tell
so
him,
that
tell
makes
him you
sense.
have audio experience.
I do. Yeah. I'll be all, dude, I put this mic in my face and we have a camera. Dude,
Yep.
sick.
Yep. I think that's what you should do though. When you go out and people, you know, they're like, "Hey, Mase, what you been up to?" You just say, "Well, you know, just living life, being a podcaster." And they're
Yeah.
like, "Oh shit!" And then you kind of deter them from everything else. And
Yeah.
they're like, "Oh, you got a podcast?" And I'm like, "Yeah."
Oh,
And then you
yeah,
tell
dude.
them, and new viewer.
Yeah.
That's what you
Damn, I
gotta
didn't
do.
really think about that.
See?
Okay.
And then they don't question anything.
Yeah. They don't. But they might.
Nah, because they're not gonna be like, "Oh, so that's all you're doing?"
Yeah.
They're not gonna see that. They're gonna be like, "Oh,
Don't be
cool."
all-
Like what?
I'll be, oh yeah, dude, I gotta research all week for our topics and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, it's a full-time job.
Yeah.
And then we get in here and we're like, so what do you want to talk about? And then we just
Mhm.
start talking about small weenies and bald heads.
Yeah.
Which is
And you get paid in Yerbies, even though you supplied them this time.
sometimes we get paid in Fuentes though. We're pretty good. Hey, we're a good relationship.
Mhm.
We rotate. We're 50-50 in this thing. There's no,
Yeah.
if we get divorced, I think we just go our own ways.
Yeah.
Like there's no owing.
No poisoning our
I'm
coffee.
taking my mic though, even though you bought it.
I'll
This has
gift
my-
it to you.
This has my blood, sweat, and tears in it.
I'll gift it to you.
Yeah.
So it looks like the lawn people are here.
Should we go to Fuentes?
So
Speaking of it.
Yeah, so I think that's a good segment
Yeah.
ender.
And I love it.
Mm-hmm.
I like that we're just talking about random stuff and we can fill an hour, no problem now.
Oh yeah, we've been past an hour, so
Yeah.
I know the people. Dude, actually, we probably should take another month break
Uh-huh.
because the episode, not this past one, the past one's doing really good, but the one before that is actually since we've been a duo
Uh-huh.
2.0. That was our biggest episode.
Really?
Yeah.
Sick.
And it's probably because they were like, dude, everyone's just going, checking to see if there's a new episode because it was
Yeah.
3 weeks without one.
Yeah.
So they're like, they drop an episode and they check and they're like, nope, I might as well listen
Might as
to
well
it
listen
again.
to this one. Yeah.
So that one's actually doing the best so far of what we've been doing.
Sick.
Next month will be, dude, I think 5 years of doing this podcast.
Yeah. You doing it.
Yeah, me doing
Yeah.
podcasting.
I'm going on like 5 months.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we're having fun.
Yeah, it's been good.
Yeah. So before the lawnmowers fire up, shall we? Good
Oh, yeah.
episode. All right. Until next week, let's go get a taco.
All right, let's do it.
Okay. Peace.